Hey there, welcome back. Today we are talking about how you can establish yourself as the authority in your niche. Are you ready to learn how? I know I'm ready to teach you, so let's dive in. Okay, so establishing yourself as the authority or the go-to person in your niche is incredibly important for both you, your business, your brand, your personal brand, because it just gives you that credibility you need. And once you have that credibility from your audience, they're going to be coming to you and they're going to be coming to you ready to do business. So how the heck do you actually get this done? Well, the first thing you need to do is be very consistent in showing up for your audience. That means delivering your expertise in such a way that your audience loves to consume it. So here's what I mean. If your audience is an audience who loves to consume podcasts, for example, you want to make sure you're showing up on a podcast, delivering all the value you possibly can to your audience. Or if your audience likes to see you in stories or in live video or on YouTube, whatever it is, however your audience likes to consume and learn from you, you need to show up there on a regular basis. And what this does, okay, first, actually, before I even get into what this does, one of the things you have to realize is when you start showing up, it's going to be a little messy. Your first podcast, I'm going to tell you, is going to suck. Mine did. Your first YouTube channel is going to suck. Your first post on Instagram, it's going to tank. It's not going to be good. Your first live on Facebook, it's going to stink. And that's okay. The point is you just need to show up and you've got to pay those dues first. And once you start paying those dues, you are going to learn. You're going to learn how to do things better. You're going to learn how to articulate better. You're going to learn how to relate to your audience a little bit better. Which brings me to my next point about showing up, is that when you show up and you're authentically you're you being you in your natural habitat, you're more relatable. People get you. They want to show up for you because you're showing up for them and in a very unique way. And then the other thing, once you start doing this on a regular basis, your audience, they get to know you. They get to like you. They get to know your personality, which is really cool. And all of those things combined together, they build trust. And nobody is going to purchase from you or be a part of your program or a part of your membership unless they know, like, and trust you. So showing up from the get-go, that is huge. It's important. It's almost that foundational piece that you have to have in place before you can do anything else. So the first thing I want you to do is just start showing up as messy and as crazy and as however you want to put it, as you think it is, just do it because it's going to make a huge difference. And I'm telling you, when you pay those dues, you earn that kind of credibility. It just naturally comes through to you. It comes through. I can't even talk today. But here's the thing. What I'm trying to say is nobody ever wakes up and just decides to flip on a camera or turn on a podcast mic and ends up being perfect and being the best at it. So just take the time to show up consistently. You're going to grow, your audience is going to grow, and you don't have to be the best or the expert right at the beginning, but you do have to show up. Okay, so the next thing that you need to do in order to build yourself up as that authority in your niche is you have to provide value. Providing value on a consistent basis, on a regular basis, is so important because it really does position you as the expert. And when you provide value, it has to be something that's a little bit transforming. So I always first like to ask myself a question before I post anything, and that would be, why would my audience even care? And then my second question is, how is this going to make them better? How is this going to make their life easier? How is this going to make them better as a business professional? How or what can I deliver to them to make that impact? So when you do this, you become that trusted source that people just cannot help but come back to time and time again, because you're always giving away that one little nugget that really makes a difference, that makes you stand out from your competition. Then you become trusted because you are giving them pieces of advice or little nuggets that actually work and make a difference in their lives. And the third thing this does for you is it positions you as someone who is super knowledgeable in their field, and that it actually conveys also that you are always going to continuing education. Like, you're always learning. You're up on the latest trends. You know what's going to happen in your industry before they actually even happen, because you've already got your ear to the ground and you're listening and learning to all of these things. And that just catapults you up to that authority level, which is what you want. So if you can do those things in the provide value box, you got to do it, and it'll pay off. I'm telling you, it really will. It might be a slow go at first, but in the long run, it's totally worth it. The next thing that you can do for yourself to position yourself as that authority is to be a problem solver. What are the biggest struggles and problems people have, or your customer base has, in your niche or your field? And how can you solve those for people? How can you give them a little taste or a little sample of what your product or service provides to solve their problem? I do that all the time, and people come to me because I was able to solve this little problem for them through a podcast or through a YouTube video or through a post on Instagram, and it makes all the difference in the world. So really think for a minute and brainstorm a list of all the problems that you solve, and how can you deliver a little taste or sample of that solution to your audience. Now, this next one I'm going to give you, I think, is really the best one out of all, but you need to lay that foundation first, and those are the first things we spoke about. But this one is being innovative. How can you be innovative in your niche so that you stand out from the competition? And by innovative, I mean, how can you come up with a framework, a structure, a system, whatever it is that maybe nobody else is doing in your field? This will make you look super innovative. And again, another way that people can really trust you, because you're on the cutting edge. Like, you know what's working, and it's almost like you have a crystal ball of what's going to happen next. So think about how you can be innovative in your business, in how you deliver your products or service, or how you can change or tweak your product or service so that you're on that cutting edge. Okay, my friends, so those are my tips. You want to show up, provide value, solve problems, and be innovative. All right, have fun with that. I hope that really helps you. But if you stay on that course consistently, you are going to be that go-to authority person in your niche. Good luck. I'm excited to hear about how you are able to use what you learned today to position yourself as that authority and expert in your niche.